Did you know there are countries that once existed, but today are gone? Nations that had their own flag, government, army, even a national anthem. But because of wars, unions, or politics, they disappeared from the map. Today I'm going to tell you some of their stories using simple words and amazing facts. Get ready because what you're about to learn will surprise you. This is countries that no longer exist. Let's start with Yugoslavia. It was a country created after World War I. It was in Europe, where today we find countries like Serbia, Croatia, and Bosnia. What happened? Inside Yugoslavia lived many different cultures: Serbs, Croats, Slovenes, Muslims. At first, they lived together. But over time, tensions grew. In the 1990s, everything exploded. Each group wanted independence. The country broke apart. Today, Yugoslavia no longer exists. Instead, there are 7 new countries, including Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Kosovo, although not everyone recognizes it. Now let's talk about a country that almost no one remembers today: Prussia. Prussia was very powerful in Europe, especially in the 1700s and 1800s. It was known for its army and strict organization. It was located where parts of Germany, Poland, and Russia are now. But after the World Wars, Prussia disappeared. The name was erased because it was linked to German militarism. So even though it helped create Germany, Prussia as a country no longer exists. This is a different case: Czechoslovakia. It was a country in Central Europe made up of 2 main groups, the Czechs and the Slovaks. Even though they were friendly, over time each group wanted their own nation. But instead of fighting, they talked, made agreements, and split peacefully. In 1993, Czechoslovakia became the Czech Republic, Slovakia. People called it the Velvet Divorce because it was soft and non-violent. In Latin America, there were also countries that later broke apart. A famous one was Gran Colombia. It was a union of lands freed by Simón Bolívar after gaining independence from Spain. It included what we now call Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and part of Panama. But each region had different goals, and over time, they split up. In 1831, Gran Colombia no longer existed, and new countries were born. Now let's go to the heart of Europe, to the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It was a mix of many peoples: Austrians, Hungarians, Czechs, Slovaks, Croats, and more. Even though it was strong, it was very hard to govern so many different cultures. After World War I, the empire collapsed. From its lands, many new countries appeared, like Czechoslovakia, which we already saw, Yugoslavia, also mentioned, and parts of Romania, Poland, and Italy. The empire was so big that when it vanished, it completely changed the map of Europe. Besides countries that dissolved, there are lands that changed owners. For example, Hong Kong was part of the United Kingdom until 1997. Now it belongs to China. Alaska was owned by Russia, but was sold to the United States in 1867. Texas was its own country for a short time before joining the U.S. Borders were not always like we see them today. The world is full of stories of change and transformation. As you can see, countries are not forever. Some are born, some disappear, and others evolve. History is full of changes, and learning about them helps us understand the world today. Did you already know any of these countries that no longer exist? Do you know another one we should talk about? Leave it in the comments, hit like if you learned something new, and subscribe for more amazing stories from around the world. See you next time.